How we doing tonight, folks? Okay, right on, great room. Let's go ahead and lower our expectations because my set is not that good. Anyways, but you did hear right, my last name is Kim. People like to play the what are you game a lot with me, especially after they hear that, right? I'm what you get when you combine Scottish, Danish, and Korean, which apparently is someone who looks vaguely Latino-ish. I used to think my little tattoos, made me look kind of unemployable, and then I went to Silver Lake. You guys know that. Where I look like a choir boy. I can't help but wonder how much time have all these hipsters spent in prison, because it looks like a lot, right? You talk to someone and they got like ink head to toe everywhere, you know, like inner lip, eyelids, eyebrows, and you get a very non-prison vibe. It's kind of like, you know, I've really come to realize that I really do prefer homebrew kombucha, bro. Which, oddly enough, tastes exactly like toilet prison hooch. So I think they're really going for a theme out there. A couple people have told me, not a lot, but some people have actually said that this little tattoo on my arm makes me look tough, which is kind of hilarious and funny because I'm actually a history professor. So, a lot less Marlboro Man and much more Velma from Scooby-Doo. Jinky Scoop, we're all screwed! True story, right? But it is tough understanding history though, right? It takes like actual work that a lot of people don't seem to really care or know how or care to know how to do, right? It's a lot like putting out fires because you really do have to get to the bottom of things, right? And in the meantime, it's really fucking shit up. But yeah, I do cuss a little bit. I hope that's okay. This is a blue room. But yeah, and even then, nobody really does anything until the roof is like completely engulfed in flames, right? And then it's like, oh shit, how did that happen? Maybe we should do something about that. You think? Maybe just a little bit. I know I used to be a history professor and my lectures were disguised as stand-up routines, and now my stand-up routines are disguised as history lectures. But I did spend some time as a labor organizer, actually, which means I help people who actually work for a living form unions. Inside joke. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass because we were about as popular as lepers at a hometown buffet. Yeah. Some of that dark humor right there. Chris liked that one. But yeah, I used to have to go undercover sometimes, literally just to get into a work site, right? Which is a lot like being James Bond, but without any of the sex or violence. So nothing like being James Bond. But I'm from a place called Riverside. Has anybody been to Riverside? Anybody know the Inland Empire? Okay, so a couple y'all, this is really gonna hit home. But it's basically LA's broke-ass backyard neighbor, right? That they do their best to ignore, but they can't because we keep playing the music a little too loud, right? On purpose, you know? What's that? Can't hear ya! Just got a new tweeter hooked up! Slim Biscuit sounds boss, huh, neighbor? But Riverside can be kind of wild. Buckle up. It's gonna go. There will be another punchline, I promise. But just follow me there. But Riverside can be kind of wild, but not like Cancun spring break wild. Like a very different kind of wild. When I was 17, Taisha Miller, if anybody remembers her, she was shot to death by the police, and while she was apparently passed out in a parked car at a gas station about a mile from my mom's house. The 3 officers who killed her were suspended with pay because union. But while they did an internal investigation, which found, surprise, surprise, that the officers had actually, in fact, acted like good little Boy Scouts when they shot her at least 12 times because they couldn't tell. She was only 19 years old. Yeah, not funny, just fucked up, right? This is the same city where like 10 years after that, right? So a decade passes, and the chief of police, actually, true story, he got pulled over while he was driving home drunk from a strip club. Classy guy. And he was, believe it or not, he was actually let go, and then proceeded to wrap the front end of his Corvette, or whatever the fuck it was. We know it was probably a Corvette. But proceeded to wrap it right around the front of or wrap it around a light pole right down the block. He survived, don't worry. But he resigned, right? The other guy's suspended. This guy's like, hey, you got a DUI too much, you gotta get out. But we'll keep the guys who are a little trigger happy. They almost shot Breaking Bad out there. You guys know that show, right?
Yeah.
Except it would have been a documentary. So. Thanks, folks. My name's Elliot Kim. Thanks so much for coming out.